5 seconds before they light up the tyres. Race 2, round 4 from Phillip Island Racing. Scaife gets off smartly. Line astern actually off the line. Rocky got away brilliantly. So too did Crompton down the inside, looking to nose his way down. It probably won't give him the lie for the first turn, but as they come down, you'll notice that Mark Scaife was under a little bit of pressure there.
Plenty of fisticuffs here. Neil Crompton sneaks down the inside. Great position from the first tee, starting off from 4th position. So Seaton holds the line. He'll lead them through. Scaife on the inside, Crompton on the outside. First the whole racing team Commodores. It's tight at the front.
Beautiful start by Seaton. He really did get a magnificent start.
What a start from Crompton.
Crompton's done a bolter off the line.
He's made a muscle past Mark Scaife as they come up to Honda Corner. See what happens here.
Oh.
There is no way that Glenn Seaton was going to leave an opening there.
Here, lock brakes and squealing tyres as they push their way through Honda and head out towards Siberia for the first time. Seaton will lead them through. Keep in mind, this is a critical race for Seaton. He's still second in the championship. Scaife on 146 points, Seaton on 92. This is critical points for Seaton today.
All on slicks and getting it down to the ground. The sun finally out here at Phillip Island this afternoon. Seaton starts to stretch it away in the Peter Jackson Falcon as Neil Crompton keeps Mark Scaife in check. Brocky runs one back behind them, and then I think it's John Bow, the next one through.
Well, nice brand new slicks for a change for the start of a second heat. These tires didn't get any use this morning in the first heat with the rain coming down. So everybody will be pretty happy with the way the car's holding the ground.
And they've got no problems now, no second heat to worry about, so they're going to really go for it. Look at it, they are going for it. As Seaton leads them onto the main straight for the first time. Then it's Crompton, then Scaife, then Brocky and Dick Johnson. A great start from Dick in the Shell Falcon. Jimmy Richards finds his way up behind Dick Johnson from his good result in that first wet heat. It's quite a different mix at the front of the field in this heat 2 at Phillip Island today.
Peter Brock should be in good shape here. He chose a softish tire yesterday in qualifying and went with the weather this morning, and now here he has got a set of tires in a second heat that should serve him well here over the next number of laps.
Is Scaife playing it conservatively, or why are they getting away from it?
Well, I believe he had the tires that he bet on yesterday to do 2 heats today. Made the proper choice yesterday based on what he thought he had in front of him here today. But with the rain coming down this morning...
Oh, big brake lock up there. Scaife, as Alan alluded to, running the harder of the Yokohama compounds. Brocky on a slightly softer, good tyre battle at the front too. It's Bridgestone, Dunlop, Yokohama, Bridgestone, Dunlop. Great mix of tyres, great mix of cars.
And Alan Jones, who ran 3rd in the first heat, has faded back to 8th spot at the moment. As his team leader, Glenn Seaton, gets away. Neil Crompton holding Scaife at bay. Peter Brock, similar gap back to him, and then of course John Bowes, the next one, followed by Jimmy Richards and Dick Johnson.
It is a tough decision on a Saturday to forecast what you're going to need the next day. That's part of the act and part of the racecraft that's required in this formula this year. There's no prizes for second guessing what you may need on Sunday. You have to do it on Saturday.
These are all the 4 big hitters as Peter Brock has more than a look down the inside of Scaife, side by side as they come onto the main straight once again. Good fast entry onto the main straight.
She is quick through there.
That'll give him a good terminal speed when he comes through the quick right-hander at the end of the main straight. So Brocky pushes his way up. So now it's Glenn Seaton, Neil Crompton, Peter Brock, Mark Scaife, Dick Johnson and Jimmy Richards as we take Dunlop race cam for Dick Johnson, car 17. As he tucks into the draft as they head down toward the southern loop once again. More brake lock-ups from Scaife. He's having a drama here, Alan.
I think he's having a little bit of difficulty adjusting from the difficult conditions this morning where he really would have had to tippy-toe on the brake pedal every lap, and now with the dry conditions he just doesn't seem to have the finesse that he needs on that brake pedal this opening few laps.
Well, he did such a fabulous job in the first heat, not even allow him 6 mistakes in the second.
We'll give him a little handicap. That's not we're not chastising him.
Glenn Seaton looking for 2 out of 2 here today. Neil Crompton, outstanding from the Coke Commodore. Next is Brocky. Mark Scaife is the next one to go through. Then the first of the Shell FAI Falcons. As the conditions improve every lap here at Phillip Island.
We should see the times come down too, Mike. First time across the strike, that time at 1:36 from Seaton, so they're about 2 seconds off their qualifying pace. But they will gradually get faster, I'm sure, as this race unfolds.
Well, as Alan alluded to, they're going to go for broke here. They haven't got to save the tyres for another heat. And at the top end of the circuit, it's Glenn Seaton in the Peter Jackson Falcon. You can see the gap.
He's moving.
Seaton comes up to clock lap 3 of the second 16-lap battle. two shell forwards running 1-2.
They look good. Peter using all the track. He's getting a bit cheeky.
John Bow, no doubt, on the charge. He's disposed of Richards that time around. So the new order: Seaton, Crompton, Brock, Scape, Johnson, Bow, and Richards. It's tight at the front.
And Brocky getting a bit closer to the tail of the Commodore. This is where he got. Look at this remove.
Careful.
Crompton holds his line, but he gives him enough racing room. A nice, neat move. He's hanging on the tail of the HRT Commodore.
Zippity-doo-dah. And while that was happening, Mark Scape locked up and going into the previous turn. You probably saw that cloud of smoke.
You'd have to say Brock was in the choice seat, wouldn't you, with his tyre selection yesterday?
He was. He had tongue-in-cheek yesterday in the press conference. He wouldn't answer questions about...
Harry Perkins in trouble.
Big one.
Smoke pouring from the bonnet. He may have done an engine there, but he stuck it over one of the ditches.
Boy.
That looks like a big off from our 93 Bathurst winner. Not a good weekend for Larry.
Yes, a lot of smoke there.
He's been struggling a bit for pace all weekend, and that's not a nice way to finish the day. Anyway, back at the pointy end of the grid, Crompton follows him through. And Scaife and the two shell forwards. And you'll see Alan Jones on the charge now. Jones has disposed of Jimmy Richards as well. So the two PJ forwards showing great race pace here in Heat 2.
Don't discount Brock's ability to get on to Seaton's bumper bar. He's really flying. He's got the bit between his teeth. I think he's loving this. The tire's really responding.
Good run from Neil Crompton too. He's only 2.2 seconds off the back of just as I said.
He's gone to the pits.
Coca-Cola Commodore heads for the pits.
That puts Scaife up to third, and then the two Shell FAI cars running behind Scaife.
Peter Brock standing in here as he comes down the main straight once again.
Noticeably quick coming onto the straight. You can see the car just lurching through there.
So Brock moves up to second position. And he's just been disposed following that first heat. He's 88 points, Seaton's 92. So Brock's currently third in the championship. If he can catch Seaton, it's going to make the points battle very, very interesting.
Car looking very good. Ron Harrop adding his gifted hand to the preparations in the Holden race team this year. And definitely showing some extra form here we haven't seen for many, many years.
Look at Brock. He's really hammering along here. He's visually closing the gap on Glenn Seaton. Last time around, Seaton did a 136. Brock's in the 135s. I would hazard a guess he's the fastest man on the track at the moment. Fastest lap Peter Brock indeed was the 35.9. So Brocky's the fastest man out there. And Seaton have been getting plenty of messages from his pit crew. Brock's on the charge.
You probably won't have to look at the messages too carefully, Mark. That rear view mirror is going to start to look a little black and white.
We saw Neil Crompton dive into the pits. Everyone thought it was the tyres where he had a problem. In fact, Crompton was pinged, as I believe, for maybe jumping the start. So he stopped and go. I know he got off the line quickly, but I was sort of unaware of the fact that he broke the line before the light came on.